There you go. I'm off. I'm sorted. Am I straight in, Paul? I'll just get straight into it, mate.
Tonight, it, yeah.
Okay, cheers, folks. Right, guys, my name's Ben Cockayne. I'm going to be a host for this evening. And I'll tell you what I've noticed already. The numbers are low, and I can only assume it's because I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, starred. So that's the world we live in these days, folks. That's the world we live in. But anyway, we're going to give you some information tonight regarding direct sellers. I'm going to tell you why we're excited, what we're doing, what we've got coming up. And in fact, first and foremost, I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm just going to do a shout out to our team who have done a phenomenal job. Look at the numbers you can see here. So just so you know what we've got coming up this next week, we've got physical events all over the country. You can see this list is getting crazy now, which is awesome. But in the immediate future, starting tomorrow, we've got Newcastle, followed by Wakefield on Wednesday. Then we've got Liverpool, Colchester and Hull all on Thursday this week. So we have got it going on, folks. And I never do the hype thing. I never do all that kind of stuff. It's not really my style, but I am majorly excited about what's going on with direct sellers at the moment. And I'm going to give you some information tonight. If you're a guest on the call, hopefully it will give you an inkling of what's going on and maybe an idea if you want to be a part of this movement, because it is a movement. You know, we've got over 130 guests confirmed for our events over the next 5 days. So this is, what's going on at the moment is absolutely spectacular. And like I said, we'd love you to be a part of it. And hopefully we can give you a bit of information tonight that can help you in your process of making a decision if direct sellers is for you. So I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to briefly go over the information. I'm not going to give you all the fine details because I don't want to boggle your mind. I want to give you it in a nutshell, and then you can speak back with the person that invited you to look at this information, and they can give you the finer detail if that's what you require to make a decision. So, right, folks, here we go. So, welcome to Direct Sellers. Just put that on full screen for me. Paul, any problems, drop me a text, mate. I've got my phone at the side of me. So welcome to Direct Sellers. So this is who Direct Sellers are. So the company was founded 2014 as just a regular internet wine club. So the wine would get shipped to your door. And the company had a great customer base of around 150 members, and the retention rate were 99%. First clue about the company. The retention rate was 99% on about 150 members. The way that the company works now, in 2016, the company decided to go to a different business model, which is known as network marketing. I like to call it word of mouth, which is stated on this slide here as well, because the way the company does business nowadays is it spreads the word of the company and the product via word of mouth. The company does not have an advertising budget where they can spend millions or whatever advertising the company on TV, newspapers, commercials, whatever it might be. The company reward people like myself and Paul and a few other people on this call tonight financially for spreading the word. So basically, the more you spread the word about direct sellers, the more potential income you can make from a financial point of view. So that's how it works. The mission is simply to help people experience new wines every single month and get different wines shipped out. Get different wines, and the wines are chosen for you by experts within the wine industry. We've got a guy called Jerry Greenfield, known as the Wine Whisperer. Him and his team of sommeliers pick the wine for us on a monthly basis, and from what I've had so far, I'm supping a great red tonight, an exclusive direct sellers red, Pinotage, I think that's the way you pronounce it. So the wines that have been sent out have been absolutely superb, and I'm not a regular wine drinker. Before I joined direct sellers, I never really bothered with wine, and if I did, I drank it and I pull a face because I didn't really enjoy it. But what I found is the wine that's come from direct sellers, I have a glass of wine every night now. Claire just said to me before, you want to be careful on that wine, but you know what I mean? It's grape juice. That's my excuse. It's grape juice. But, I think in moderation, it can be enjoyed. And I really, really love the taste of what direct sellers are sending at the moment. So there's just some facts and figures here. I don't like to get into too much detail regarding this. Everybody knows that wine is big business. One of the key things for me, if you're in the UK, I know we've got an Australian lady on the call, but in the UK, it's the preferred alcoholic drink of 60% of adults. So the consumption of alcohol, particularly wine in the UK, is massive, and no doubt all across the globe. It's been around a long time, and it's going to be around long after we're gone as well. So there's a few bits of information on wine. Just regarding network marketing and the business model that direct sellers have chosen, by the way, there's thousands of companies out there that use this particular business model, and there's 103 million people, probably more now, probably way more than that now, but there's over 103 million people that take part in this way of doing business. And the industry is growing year upon year, and the figures there are staggering. 150 million per day paid out in commissions. That's insane. And there's a hell of a lot of people in network marketing that make great money. And one thing I just want, before I go any further, typically 80% of people that come into this kind of industry are just looking to make £0 to £500 a month. And that's great. And then you'll find 10 to 15% that want to make, say, £500 to £2,000 a month. That's superb. There's 3 to 5% of people who will go on and make the 6-figure and 7-figure annual incomes. And that's a fact, folks. These are facts. I'm not just, spouting stuff here. These are real facts that I'm telling you about. But my focus is always on that 80% of people. If we can make 80% of people that come into the business make enough money to cover a car payment, some utility bills or whatever, then that is absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. Again, some more figures. If you want to look at the figures, I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs and read them word for word. But the key one for me on here is the one on the left-hand side. 84% of people say they would trust a recommendation from a friend or somebody that they know. So that's the way that we do business. So the chances are 84% of people that you go out and speak to about this wine business would maybe take you up on the recommendation if they're interested in wine. So that is a great clue that this particular business model works fantastically well. This is a great slide. And you might be looking at it thinking, well, what's this got to do with wine? But I'm just going to explain now. So Facebook, they create no content of their own. It's all by us, the consumers. The world's largest accommodation provider, Airbnb, they own no property. Uber, they own no cars. And Alibaba, the Far East, Amazon, basically, they carry no stock. So direct sellers, as a member, as a business partner of direct sellers, we don't have to carry any stock. We acquire customers or people to subscribe to the club, and the product is sent straight to their door from the fulfillment center. So that's pretty much what this slide is trying to elaborate on. So again, if you're a numbers person, I am going to talk a bit more about this slide because it's very important. It's very impressive. In my view, this is very impressive. So direct sellers, they are focused on, giving people a wine experience, sending different wines to your door on a monthly basis that are chosen for you. And they want to give you satisfaction. And what the company do is they will, if you have got a complaint regarding a specific wine, the company will send you out another one. And if they'll probably give you 2 or 3 chances with you sending the wine back, and then they might say, well, look, if you keep sending it back like this, the club is probably not for you. We've not had any of them problems just yet, and I don't believe we will have any with the quality of the wine that's getting shipped out. Right, so numbers. I already told you, April 2016, the company turned to the model of network marketing. The company has grown by well over 30,000 members in around 18 months. April 2016 up until where we are today is in the region of 18 months. Over 30,000 members have registered. So number one, that tells me that we are using the correct model to move the company forward. You can see that by the growth. But the big important thing for me, and the big impressive thing for me, 90% retention rate. A 90% retention rate. There's not many traditional businesses that can boast that kind of retention rate, never mind the network marketing space. So that number is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, as the company grows, as it has got plans to do and no doubt will do, I'm sure that retention rate will drop. But at the moment, we're sat at 90% and we've grown by over 30,000 in 18 months. So that's very, very impressive numbers from a business point of view. My view on business, any kind of business, it will always rise and fall upon the leadership. And I've had the pleasure of meeting all 4 of these gentlemen that you can see here. And they're all totally different characters, by the way. Kevin Ralston, the president, he's like the father figure. He's the man who's steering the ship. He's the guy that takes care of everything. And then you've got Peter Jensen, the bottom left there, spent some real quality time with PJ. And he's, I would like to say, a bit of a mentor of mine right now. I can spend time with him on the phone. He'll give me help and guidance. And he has built businesses of hundreds of thousands of business partners and made multiple millions in the space of network marketing. Johnny Gilbert, again, another guy that's had major experience in network marketing and made millions. And Peter Sperling is what I would call a serial entrepreneur, multiple business owner, and he is the CEO and founder of the company. And all these guys are the people that are really driving the company forward. And the reason that I've got 100% faith that I'm with the right company, well, me and my wife are with the right company, that's going to really put us in good stead moving forward. Again, I'm not going to read that word for word, but the key thing for me on that particular slide is at the bottom. If you are not happy with the standards, simply let us know and we will send you a replacement bottle. That's coming from the president, and that shows you that the company are 100% confident in the service and the product that they're providing, if they're willing to give that refund guarantee, so to speak, or replacement guarantee. So this is the wine whisperer, Jerry Greenfield. Again, been fortunate enough to meet this guy in New York. Superb gentleman, and he knows his stuff about wine. I always say I am absolutely a novice when it comes to wine. But with this guy on board, we have a wine educational program as part of the membership when you take part with the company. And he gives wine tips. He does audios, videos, podcasts, all this kind of stuff, where he pretty much gives us a full educational program on wine. And Jerry and his team of sommeliers have got over 200 years combined experience within the wine industry, and these are the guys that select our wines on a monthly basis. And again, for somebody like myself, I love the fact that my wine is being chosen by people with tons and tons of experience in the wine industry. Some more facts and figures for you that right there, folks, if you want to take a look at that. Like I said, with these kind of slides, I don't like to read them word for word. I think it gets a little bit boring, but you can see there that the industry is just booming, and it's a very, very wise business move if you are somebody that's looking for a side project to run alongside your current commitments, or even a full-time career to launch yourself into. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of the company now and how we make money, or how we get rewarded for being involved as a business partner. There's 5 different ways we get paid. The first one is we get wine for free. And the way you can receive free wine is by referring 3 people to the club who subscribe and become subscribers to the club and regular customers. The second way we get paid is what's called a fast start bonus. The way that works is if you introduce somebody else to the business, the company will give you an immediate bonus of £80 when that person enrolls. There's something called the dual team pay, which is basically you build 2 sales teams and you are going to get rewarded in commissions based upon the performance of your least performing sales team every single week. The uni-level pay, this works in, this pays you down through 9 generations deep. So what I mean by that is, if I introduce Claire to the business, Claire would be my first generation or first level. If Claire goes on to introduce Paul, Paul would be my second level. And the uni-level pay is going to pay your commissions through 9 levels of people, 9 generations of people, which is absolutely phenomenal. The percentages vary from 2% to 10%. The check match bonus is my favourite part, because when you're earning a check match bonus, this is showing that you are helping other people make money. So the check match will pay you through 4 generations. And the way that works is, again, if I introduce Claire, Claire would be my first level. If Claire is making money on a monthly basis, I am going to get a check match bonus based upon, so let's say if Claire earned £100 this month, I would get a 10% check match, so I would be paid £10 commission. And that works down through 4 levels, and the percentages vary from 10% down to 5%, down to 4, then 3, through the 4 levels respectively. So that's how we get paid, folks. I'm not going to go over it in great detail, because I don't want to boggle your mind using terminology like uni-level, binary, dual team, and all the rest of it. It'll just blow your mind, and it'll probably confuse you. And I always say a confused mind does absolutely nothing. The big part of the company, and this is something I really want to, I want to whack this home right now, folks, because with a product like wine, the best aspect about it is it naturally brings people together, and it creates a fun, relaxed, social environment. And you can see from some of the images right there, we have had some fun. New York, Vegas, London at the Waldorf. You know, things are just going on within this company right now, and I'm so excited and so proud and so privileged that me and Claire are a part of this, because something special is going to happen. We're creating a culture right now. I showed you the numbers before for the Eventbrite. Over the next 5 days, we're going to have 130 plus people experience in direct sellers, coming along, checking out the environment, seeing how fun and relaxed the environment is while we can receive free wine and make a side income from it. So folks, that is pretty much it, apart from the way we get started. I'm just going to quickly give you this, and then I'm going to throw it back over to Paul Gillingham. So the way you can get started from a business point of view, it's going to cost you just short of 200 quid, and you're going to get 3 bottles of premium wine within that business package. You're also going to get a 25% discount on any future case reorders that you may need to purchase. Christmas is coming up, so that 25% discount, I'm sure, would come in handy. And then you're going to get a business services package. So what that gives you is an online office where you can go online, you can choose reds, whites, mixed case, you can see how much money you've earned, you can enroll people to the business, you've got the wine educational program from the Wine Whisperer. So all that comes in under 200 quid. So you can start your own wine club business for less than £200. And folks, I don't know too many businesses where you can get started with the potential that Direct Sellers has got for less than £200. 7 days later, you've got an opportunity to upgrade to the Elite package. And the benefits of the Elite package are you're going to get an additional 9 bottles, and you're going to get a huge 50% discount off any future case orders. And you're going to get access to exclusive events moving forward. So there's an event in Vegas in February, a big company event. I'm sure that all the Elite members will be getting maybe a champagne reception or some kind of special treatment. So you can do that after 7 days of enrolling, and that's just some compliance laws within the UK regarding this kind of business. The next thing I want to talk about is a training and support. We're going to do this every single Monday night. So every Monday night, you can bring your friends to take a look at this platform to see the information online. But I always say that the way this business is really going to be built, folks, and the people that are going to make the big incomes from direct sellers are the people that are going to be out socializing, sharing the wine, meeting new people, networking and having fun with it. But we've got so much training and support. So moving forward from today, every Monday night will be a very brief overview followed by a training. And there's not really much to train on. It's wine. You know, this is the most simple duplicatable business that I could think to be a part of, and that's again one of the attraction factors for me, that I don't have to train anybody on the product. I don't have to tell them what the ingredients are, how it works, when to take it, or anything like that. I don't have to prove before and after photographs. So this is a very simple business to be involved in, and the training and support is going to be available. As a customer, you can register, and you can get in one of two ways. You can become a Club 3 member, which is $54.95 per month, or a Club 6 member, which is $89.95 per month. And the great thing about the customer memberships is that if you, as a customer, just refer 3 other friends, you're going to get your wine for free. So I'm having conversations now with my customers whereby I'm saying, look, if you want to get that wine for free, let's have a social at your place. I'll bring the wine. I'll bring the information. If you get 3 of your friends that subscribe to the club, your wine is going to be free. And that's the way we're going to build this business, folks. And that's why this thing's going to explode. Free wine, I think a lot of people are going to be open to that. So you've got to look at it like this, folks. This is what we're offering. We're offering that you can discover brand new wine. You can learn about wine. You can earn some pocket money if that's what you're looking to do. There's opportunities to travel. I'll give you over this next week. I'm going to be Newcastle, Wakefield, Hull. We've got people in Colchester, Liverpool. So there's opportunities to travel like that. But then the bigger grand scheme of things, we had an event in New York in October. We've got an event in Vegas in February. We're probably going to have a big launch event in Leeds in the UK in January, and you can really work from anywhere with this. You know, you can network. We're so socially connected now via the internet and as mobile phones that you can start conversations and start networking anywhere with this kind of business. And the most important thing for me is having fun and being social. So, folks, that's the presentation. Like I said, I always try and keep it as informal as possible, but try and get the information across so you fully understand exactly what it is that we're doing and how or if it can benefit you from a free wine point of view, or maybe even an income point of view. So, Paul, I'm going to throw that over to you, mate. Appreciate you letting me speak again tonight, pal. Guys, I hope the information's been sufficient. If not, please reach back to the person that invited you to call, and Paul Gillingham's going to wrap up, and I'm sure he's going to plug the event some more, what's coming.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. So for those of you that are on the call tonight for the first time or the second time, for those of you that have not got in yet, I'm hoping you're starting to to see just how relaxed and how fun this business venture actually is. You know, me and myself and Ben, we like to have fun, but we're also very serious about building a business. And what I want to do before I close off is just elaborate on some of the facts and the stats that Ben's gone through tonight. Now, Direct Sellers at the moment is the 3rd largest wine club in the world. The largest wine club in the world has been around since 1969 and has got about 200,000 members involved. The 2nd largest wine club in the world has around 100,000 members, and they've ploughed $30–40 million into that company. Now, Direct Sellers, as Ben said, has been going since April of last year, and we're probably around about like 30 to 40,000 mark. Now, in 2018, we opened in 5 new countries, Germany and Australia being 2 of those, and we will be the largest wine club on the planet by the end of next year. So if you're on the call tonight and if you've got contacts in Germany, in Australia, over here in the UK, over in the US, or in any other country that distributes and manufactures wine, start speaking to them, because at some point, Direct Sellers will be there. Now, as Ben said, this is a very fun, social and simplistic business model. This is not a weight loss shake. This is not a skincare product. This is not an electrical device, a shampoo, or a cleaning product. This is wine. You do not need to go to night school to get a degree or a diploma or anything else like that to talk about the product. It's wine. You can enjoy a nice glass of wine with your dinner. You can enjoy a nice glass of wine when you're going out socializing. And these events that we've created over the last couple of weeks have literally created a huge buzz, not just in what we're doing as a team, but throughout the whole of social media, because people get into certain businesses and they get told to be on certain calls and they get told to watch certain videos and they get told to attend certain events. And it's a case of people sitting down of blocks and watching someone at the front going through like a presentation or listening to a 30-minute DVD. This is not what we do at Direct Sellers. Direct Sellers is all about tasting premium wines from around the world, where you can sample and share that product with people that you care about the most. And again, as Ben said, 80% of people that get into this type of business model will be more than happy with an extra £300 to £500 a month, because that can go to a credit card payment, that can go to a car payment, that can go to rent or mortgage. So how many people out there do you know that either need to make more money, that want to make more money, that like drinking wine, that have got a little bit of an entrepreneurial side to them, that have got a business brain, that have been involved with network marketing, that have been stung or haven't had the success that maybe they thought they would in a previous company, and you know that this will become a perfect fit for them? Because I can tell you now, and again, I'll ditto what Ben said, this will become one of the biggest network marketing companies that this country has ever seen. Now, to close off, I'm just going to kind of reiterate what Ben started off with. Tomorrow night, we've got an event in Newcastle. At the moment, we're 52 out of 60 tickets gone. Now, we've never done an event in Newcastle. We're only just launching a team in Newcastle. But I'm married to a Geordie and I know how much they like their drink. So I know that that event is just going to be the start of massive things to happen in the Northeast. So if you've got contacts up in the Northeast, speak to them. We can still get that room packed out, and we will get that room packed out by tomorrow night. And Ben will be in Newcastle tomorrow night. On Wednesday, we are in Wakefield. Tickets are selling very well for Wakefield as well. So again, if you've got relatives, colleagues, friends, or anyone up in that area that would like to go along and sample what we do, then send them along to Wakefield. On Thursday night, we're in 3 different locations. I'll be in Colchester, Ben will be in Hull, and Andy Roberts will be in Liverpool. So again, if you've got contacts, if you've got anyone that you know that's in and around Colchester, in and around Liverpool, or in and around Hull, speak to them. This list 2 weeks ago was 0. It was non-existent. But what we had was a UK tour where corporate and a few of the guys from the States came over and they put on a few events. And we had one in Brighton, one in Bristol, one in Leeds, and one in Edinburgh. And I knew that coming out of those events, it would mean the start of what we're doing. And that's exactly what's happening. So it's not going to take long before we get to a stage where we're running 2 or 3 events a night up and down the country. Now, if you was to invite 10 people over to your house to sit down and watch a DVD about a cream, a weight loss pill, potion, or a cleaning product, chances are that 2 or 3 of them may turn up. If you was to invite 10 people of your closest friends or colleagues over for a wine night, how many people would turn up? 10 plus 10, probably, because it's wine. It's a fun product. It's something that we don't need to talk about. It's something that we don't need to go into a lot of detail with, and we can have so much fun doing that. So these calls are going to be on every single Monday night. They'll be on this same link. They'll be at the same time, but plug yourself into the event. Extraordinary things are happening at the moment, and this is just the beginning. Direct Sellers in the UK has only been available since August the 1st, 2017. So start thinking about the other networking companies that have been out there, that have been around for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and think to yourself, where would you be right now if you was in that first 500 people? Where would you be if you got in when that country launched? So we know that this is not a quick fix. We know that this is not an overnight success, and we certainly know it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if this is something that you're passionate about, and if you've got a reason to change in your lifestyle, then partner up with us. Have some fun. Come along to one of the socials. Get involved, because I know that this company will be around for many, many years to come. And I know, like myself, Ben, and the other leaders, our feet are firmly planted in the sand with this, and we can't wait to build it and take it global. So we appreciate you guys jumping on as always. We hope you found this useful, and we hope you've had some fun with it like we always do. As I said, just to go over one more time, tomorrow night we're in Newcastle, Wednesday night we're in Wakefield, and Thursday we're in Hull, Liverpool and Colchester. So go back to the person that invited you onto this call. They'll be able to give you the registration details and the venues, and we look forward to seeing you at a wine social very, very soon. Once again, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Ben. Bye.